Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a summer pickups video. I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice. I've been sick for the last week. I just have like a residual cough and some stuff here, so if I sound a little bit like I'm dying, I might be. Honestly, I wasn't gonna make this video, but I feel like every single pickups video I've ever done, you guys have eaten up, so I gotta keep feeding you guys. Just like normal, I'm gonna show you guys everything that I've been loving for the summer, I've picked up for the summer. So it's like a favorites video and a haul at the same time, something like that. I'm gonna start off with clothing, and I'm actually gonna start off with something that I'm wearing. This dress and polka dots in general. I saw a fashion student do trend predictions, and they were like, polka dots gonna come back, and this was like last year. I was like, propaganda I'm not falling for is polka dots. I don't know what switched in my brain, but I fell for it, and I've been clinically obsessed with it. It's gotten to the point where I was playing Peek and I was like, oh my god, there's polka dots on the floor. It was so funny because I saw this dress at Zara when I went shopping, and I was like, I don't have anything to wear this to. I'm just not gonna get it. And then the day after, he was like, let's go on a fancy dinner, and I was like, fuck, this dress would have been perfect. Normally when this stuff happens, I just kind of let it go and I just wear whatever's in my closet and it's fine. But this is the one time that I drove to the mall the day of the dinner date because I could not stop thinking about this dress, and I'm so glad I did. But yeah, I've been loving her a lot. I love the silhouette. The polka dots don't stop there. I went to the Reformation sample sale here in LA. If you've never been to a sample sale before, it's looking really chaotic. There's normally tons of racks of clothes and it's sorted by size, but the clothes are kind of everywhere, and it's just clothes that brands want to get rid of at a bigger discount, if not an insane discount, or maybe samples they've made of clothes before they're gonna sell them. And when I went, I saw this slip dress. It does fit a little bit big on me, which is weird because it's actually a size smaller than what I normally get. I love the lace detailing with the polka dots. I would have never thought of putting this combination together, but she's gorgeous. I've worn her a lot. Paul and I went on a dinner date and I wore this, and then we had like a family dinner and I wore this as a shirt with some jeans. Super comfortable, one of my favorite pickups. Both of these have to be up there for sure. It's getting to a point where I am stopping myself from buying anything polka dot just in case it's something that I don't think I'm gonna like for a long time, or that I'm gonna grow out of, or whatever it is. I don't think I will, but just in case, I feel like this is enough. I got a few other things from the Reformation sale for the summertime. This one's like a off the shoulder silk dress. Low-key, it looks like it's about to fall off of me, but it's the most secure off the shoulder anything that I've ever bought. The actual dress portion is its own thing, and then the sleeves are also their own thing, and all of them have like the scrunched elastic, and then on top of that there's this middle piece that connects everything together. So literally there's no way that this is coming off, which is a big selling point for me. I think this would be so pretty at a park, at a dinner. I feel like I could wear this in so many occasions. Yeah, I don't really have a dress like this. I think it's super flattering on me. Not much more to say about her. She kind of speaks for herself. The last thing from the Reformation sale is this evening dress. It's gonna be really hard to show, but it's like a halter top in this dark navy color. I was choosing between this one and the cream one, and even though they were the exact same dress, just different colors, this one snatched me in so well. I feel like this is also a really good wedding guest dress. I didn't want to get a cream one because obviously that's for the bride. I could also wear this to dinners, brand events, so many things. A small little detail that I really like about this is that on the bottom, there's these little button things, and it kind of extends the line of your spine, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just makes my back look amazing. Those are all the dresses that I've been really loving for the summer. On to more clothing. I went to Glony in Korea last year. It was when they were first gaining some popularity, and a lot of their pieces were super basic and the material was okay, so I didn't pick anything up. But this time around, they had so many more options and unique pieces, and the material has improved by a long shot. I tried on a bunch of things and I picked up these jeans. I have jeans in this similar wash from COS, but they're super high-waisted. I've been really loving low-waisted jeans just because I think it helps a lot with my silhouette. At times it's not the most flattering. I've been just buying jeans in a bigger size so that they sit lower, but this is my first pair of actual low-rise jeans. They're so comfortable. The denim is really soft. They have a bit of a bell bottom. As a tall girl, I also approve of the length. There's also so many little details that I love about these jeans. Like all the buttons are little roses. Here are the butt pockets. I'm really picky when it comes to my denim, but this is the first one that I've tried and I was like, I'm getting it. They're so comfortable, they're so flattering. My next summer pickup are these jeans. I got them actually last year, but I've been wearing them a lot more than I anticipated. I thought this was one of those pieces that I would try on and then buy and then kind of sits in my closet because the color is so different from what I normally wear, but I've actually been wearing it very frequently. I went shopping with my friend Dustin and he tried these on. He wears even less colors than I do, and so that's why he was debating about it, and while he was asking me about my opinion, I was like, can I try them? And I ended up getting them. The material is good. I think the glowy material is better, but the silhouette of this is really nice. These are like the perfect pair of straight jeans that sit low but doesn't look like I bought a size up. I think this color looks amazing on my skin tone and it weirdly goes with a lot of things. Having a pair of fun colored pants is always good to have for the summer, I think. And for the last little clothing, shoes. My Depop obsession continues with these shoes. They're originally from Charles and Keith, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first got these in the mail, I was like, did I make another mistake? I feel like all my shoes are really plain. These are just like plastered with a brown pattern. They're half a size too big on me, but they're so cute. I love the square toe on these and this little brown detail. And then these laces, I just tie into a bow. Literally anything brown, anything cottage core, farm girl core, I don't even know. I've been wearing these with, and the heel makes me feel so girly, but it doesn't make the shoes uncomfortable at all. Other pair of shoes I have to show you, I've actually also owned for a while. These are the Mason Margiela Tabby flats. Obviously tabbies aren't exclusive to Margiela, but I wanted to treat myself last year and I was debating between these, the boots, and then the heeled ones. But my thought process was that I was gonna wear these the most because they're so easy to put on. They go with literally everything, and I was right. I wore them so much that I had to stop wearing them because I didn't get them sold yet, so I had to wait to get them sold. I got them sold at this cobbler in USC and he did an amazing job, but now that he's sold them, I have been wearing them non-stop. I liked tabbies, but now that I've owned these, I love them just because like whatever outfit that I would have worn with black flats, this just makes it so much more interesting. And as someone who has smaller feet for their frame, I feel like this helps balance out the look of flats on me a little bit more. Whenever I wear shoes that are super form-fitting or whatever it is, it looks a little bit odd from far away, but these make my feet look a little bit bigger and more proportional. And now I really want a white pair, but I'm gonna chill. You know the girl math thing where you're like, I need to divide the cost by how much I'm gonna wear it and then it'll math out. I genuinely think I have worn these the most out of any other shoe that I've ever bought or owned. I can now fully say that this was insanely worth my money. I will say though, if you are thinking about getting these, get them soled. It'll make the shoe last longer. The sole itself is really slippery, so now I won't slip and die. That's it for the clothing. I'm gonna move on to accessories, and I found this vintage Polo Ralph Lauren scarf. She is gorgeous. I used to wear scarves a lot in college actually. When I saw this, I was like, I should get back into it. Obviously, you can wear this as a normal scarf or even tie it on your bags. I wore this as like a little headband headscarf in my Instagram post, and it's my favorite look of the year. If you have the new iPhone, you know how bad the processing is, and I haven't taken selfies because the processing is so bad. It literally makes me look like I'm dying. I don't know why the hell they added it, but this was the first look that I did that was so good that I was okay with taking selfies. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I love the colors of this. I love the print of it, and I think it looks really good with my red hair. And then for bags, I've been really loving this bag that I got for Christmas from Kelly. She got it from Stand Oil. Kind of reminds me of like a silk slip dress that you would wear to sleep. If I lived in a really beautiful mansion in a beautiful forest, I think I would wake up and go to sleep wearing a slip dress like this. But this is such a cute purse. It fits nothing, but I don't need to be carrying all that all the time. It's just like such a cute little bag. I've been really into little bags. I had a phase, I still do kind of have a phase of having a really big bag that can fit a lot, but I've been loving this one. Did not used to be a really big fan of butter yellow. This is more like a tame butter yellow. I've been wearing this with like everything. I feel like I've been pushing myself to wear more colors, and I think I'm slowly starting to accept it because I've worn this an insane amount of times with so many things. I think this specific yellow is yellow enough where it adds a bit of color, but it's not super yellow to the point where I can't wear it with a lot of things. Very feminine. This other bag you guys have seen me talk about before. It's from Sama Ondo. Had it for a year now, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the quality, but that's not why I'm showing you guys this bag. I just think it's the unbeatable summer bag. And the reason why I say this is because it's so light. If you're in the hottest climate ever, this is the only bag that will not make you feel like you want to rip your skin off. There's only one strap. It's thin enough where it'll stay on your shoulder. You don't have to keep constantly worrying about it falling off. But it's so light that you don't really feel it. I don't see myself picking it up often during the winter and things like that just because of the material and the quality. But if you're looking for a summer bag and you live in a really, really hot climate, I would highly recommend this. And she weirdly fits a lot. That's it for the clothing and accessories. I'm gonna get into some beauty items that I've been loving. First thing is this Refresh hair jelly from Fiance. I get a lot of questions about how I keep my bangs not looking like shit. Obviously, I have my moments where they look terrible, but this has made my life a lot easier. It's like a dry shampoo in a gel form. I'm gonna use it right now because my bangs are just a bit stringy. You literally just squeeze maybe that much. I just put it all over my bangs, especially like the under part that touches my oily forehead, and it literally just turns into powder. There's some powder that you can buy for your bangs, and some people just use translucent powder. Translucent powder doesn't work for me personally. This is the only thing that I've used that actually works, but my bangs become so much less stringy and a little bit more put together without having to like wash them and then dry them in the sink, which is what I used to do. But yeah, it just looks so much better. I've had bangs for a really long time, and this is the only product that I've used that actually helps. This is such a saver, especially when you get sweaty and oily during the summertime. I need to look into more Japanese bangs product because they got it down. The next product I haven't been using much because it just doesn't get that hot here in LA. These wipes from Biore. Kaide put me on this when we were in Japan together. We went to Japan in like July, and that was the hottest weather I've ever experienced. I genuinely was dying, but we just stopped by a random store on the street, and then she picked these up for us, and it's insane. It cools you down a lot, and it's also perfumed, so you won't smell of sweat and gross stuff. If you're traveling anywhere or just going anywhere, or even live somewhere really, really humid, really hot, even if you're going to like a festival or anything, I think these are worth getting. Next, I have this Yuzu perfume from J-Scent. Even though I have a lot of stuff because I'm a content creator and I just like buying stuff in general, I try to make the most out of everything that I have. So even if I kind of like something, I'll still use all of it before I move on to the next thing. For the summertime especially, I've been picking this over my normal perfume. It smells so good. It smells like if you took yuzu peel and then marinated it in sugar. I've been complimented by this scent so many times, and when it marinates into your skin, it doesn't really smell like yuzu peel anymore. It's just a little bit yuzu-y, but you smell really sweet, really fruity, juicy. I think it's just the perfect summer scent. The top notes are lemon, bergamot, orange, and thyme. Middle notes are grapefruit, lime, yuzu, and then last notes are rose and mandarin. So I don't know about you, but that sounds insane, and it does smell insane. Next, lovely cookie blusher in the shade Grapefruit Jelly. Look at how cute it is. It's like a little puff with a little bow. I've been using this as a blush topper, not necessarily a blush on its own. It looks really bright right here, but I'm already wearing it on my skin as a blush topper. I thought this was just gonna be decoration and I was just gonna end up using a brush, but I've been using it because it just gets to the right spots that you need it to without doing too much. Or I have some freckles, but I've been adding more with some brown eyeliner, and this looks so good on top of it just to blend it all together and give more like a sun-kissed blushed look. I'm terrible at describing things. Next, I have this sunscreen from Ionic. Colin went to Korea for work and I asked him to get some sunscreens, and he just got me like 5 Round Lab sunscreens. And don't get me wrong, I like it, but I didn't realize that there was better out there because I've been using it for so long until they sent this over. The thing about Round Lab and the other sunscreens that I've used is that it makes me oily and it makes my makeup slippery. This sunscreen changed my mind about sunscreens in general because it doesn't make me super oily, but it's not a drying formula. It literally just feels, there's no residue, but it absorbs insanely fast. So I've been really liking this sunscreen. The very last product I have is this Clinique High Impact Mascara in the color Black Honey. I did a sponsorship with them and they just had me pick out a bunch of products, and this is the one of them that I picked because it matches. I don't really like this formula on its own, but I've been using it on top of my black mascara and it just does something. I've tried brown mascara before, but I feel like it's too light for me, especially since I've been using like a lighter brow gel and my hair is a different color. Black mascara tends to look a little bit off-putting, but I've tried brown mascaras before and they just don't do enough, like they're not dark enough. So I've been using this one on top of my black mascara and it looks really good. It's still dark enough to give my eyes a lot of definition, but it's not off-putting the way that black is on me. I don't know where I was going with that. That is it for my summer favorites. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these things, anything that you've been loving for the summer, any questions about anything, and I'll see you guys in my next video.